Hey everybody, we're back with the last hour of Final Fantasy Early Access. We had left off looking at changing our white-black deck build and removing the white. Um, we're in best of one sealed, getting ready for the pre-releases this weekend. And we had cut all of our black and we had added red, adding things like Thunder Magic for cheap removal, um, adding Chaco Comet for flexible removal that also affects the board, getting another 2-drop in there, um, uh, very functional and helpful 3-drop in GF Ifrit, or Ifrit, I'm going to pronounce that Ifrit, because I'm sure it's alternate spelling of that type of fire genie. Anyway, that ramps us to our big stuff and also loots us to our, rummages us to our big stuff. And then another bomb and Clive and random encounter, which should give us a decent chance of hitting one of our big creatures for free or almost free and maybe additional value. So we were looking at what our last card might be. We were playing Lunatic Pandora. We don't necessarily need to play Limit Break because we're not, or double Limit Break. We were talking about maybe cutting one of those, and then we can look at what we would play instead. We don't really need Sorcerer's Scheme. Hill Gigas, we don't need another big creature. We get into black, and we've got, we could play a Scythe, we could play another Malboro, but we already have two. So we start looking at our colorless cards. What could we play that's colorless? We could play another Lionheart. Random encounter doesn't let us get permanents; it only lets us get creatures. So we can't like cheat one of our expensive or rare equipments into the board. So I don't necessarily know. We could Lucas Stadium ramps us to big stuff. But we don't have a bunch of aggressive small creatures that are going to like ping in and score points. And this just creates a game loss potential for us. So, we had talked about maybe splashing for Rufus, but I don't want to. We got so many high double pip and triple pip cards. We don't want to really mess with that either. So, which do we really want to play another card other than Limit Break? We've got 11 legit creatures that are actually creatures. We can do some shenanigans like sacking it with Midgar's Adventure and then playing Limit Break and getting it back, although that's a mana-intensive way of doing that. And let's see. How do we want to play? We don't have a colorless creature that we can play necessarily. I don't really want to play Lionheart for additional removal at the 4 spot and an additional non-creature. I think I'm just going to play the second. Limit Break doesn't really help us keep any of our early creatures, though. And that's the problem. What do we really want to play? We've got a lot of non-creature spells. Maybe we just... I don't want to play another tap creature. This is just really tough. I would love like some cheap colorless creature. Just give me some cheap nothing, 2 mana 2/1 or something to be able to play. Yeah, I don't like any of these options. Malboro, you get another cycler. We don't really need another cycler. We can force trades by blocking with Masamune. Play this on 3. Play it with a 2-drop on 2. I don't know. I don't really see it. I don't see it. Could play an 18th land. If we're not actually seeing anything additional that we would like, we could just play an additional land. We don't have a lot of ways of of card draw and cycling through it. Revelation helps us get through our lands. No, I'm not deciding which game I have to play. We're playing sealed. I'm just making putting the final touches on the deck before we jump into best of one sealed. I don't know. It's an awkward spot. Awkward spot. I think I'm just going to play the 18th land. I'm going to add a swamp. I don't see a card that's better than just playing a basic land there. We're just going to play that. We've got enough bombs at the top end, and we want to be able to play our bombs on curve. Like, we would like to hit our 5th land on 5 and our 6th land on 6 and just play, you know, play game-breaking 6 drops if we can. This is a great initial start. We play Black Mage's Rod. We can cycle if we need to. We can fight on to get the creature back. It's okay. Hopefully we draw a red mana along the way there. Exile to create a 4/3 flyer. I don't really care. Oh, this is great. We drew Tunberry, so we play that on 1. We can't attack with it until turn 3. But that's fine. Play another swamp. Play Black Mage's Rod. Get a 2/1 that can block. If they play an equipment, then they can attach the equipment and get past our 2 power. Yep, there's the equipment they need. So we can't really do anything about that. So we're just going to let that through. That's fine. One white mana? What are they going to do with 1 white mana? What's the plan here? Oh, they're thinking about re-equipping. I mean, fine. It doesn't matter. I'm going to play another swamp. And we're going to cycle. I probably should have cycled first, because if I can get red mana... Well, no, it's swamp cycling. What am I talking about? I can't get red mana. I don't really know if we want to attack here. I think we might want to just hold up and block. Yeah, they can attach it and go to a 3/3, and they could potentially blow us out with removal spell, which I kind of suspect is coming. I don't really have a good play next turn, so I don't... You know, I would rather get to Thunder Magic and be able to start killing their stuff. I think I'm just going to take the 3 there. There's a mountain. That's pretty sweet. We can kill their 4/4 and just keep playing lands now. Right? We could play Thunder Magic with the 2nd tier and kill their 4/4. That seems good to me. It slows them down a little bit. Kind of. We don't have any problem trading off. Like, if we can get to turn 6, play the Malboro, which should be a pretty good blocker against their current board, and then cause them to discard, lose life, exile a few cards, like slow the game down. We've got fight on to grind with. Like, we just want to sit. Maybe not block for 1 more turn. Genji Glove. Oh boy. That's not good. Now you're getting double strike and you're getting another combat phase. That's just hideous. We have to block here something. We have to block something because they don't have trample. So we just... But they're going to get another attack phase, right? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, that doesn't trigger because the attack has to happen first. It's going to trigger next turn, though. That's not great. So, yeah, we just have to use this as a blocker now. like, this is going to be a horrible turn because we're going to play Malboro next turn. Then we could potentially block and kill the 3/3. But yeah, this is just not good. Like, we can't block with this. We don't want to cycle this because we want to play it next turn. We don't need more black mana anyway. We're going to have 6. If they can remove us, we're dead. If they have a removal spell, we die. Which they apparently do not. Yeah, now it triggers. Yeah, now it triggers untap, get another combat phase. Yeah, we get it. Okay, so you bought all the pre-order stuff. No, I'm not a professor. I mean, not in the American sense. I teach in American high school. So, yeah. You bought all the pre-order stuff. I've bought none of the pre-order stuff so far. That's interesting about Vivi. I haven't played with or against Vivi yet in early access, so I'd be curious. You know, you can add in the chat some of your comments about how you see Vivi playing out. Oh gosh. I'm not going to block this time. If they have a combat trick, I just lose. But the reason I'm not blocking till the second time is so that I can block the second set of attacks. They should attack with both now. That's the correct move. They might attach an equipment to the other creature to increase its attack, but... Oh, good. Some combos coming into chat. Thank you very much. And thank you for the subscriptions. I appreciate it. Or for the... I don't even know if I can get subscriptions yet. I just started streaming. But I really appreciate it. And if people like the streaming that I'm providing, let me know. I'm doing it right now because it's kind of a condition of early access, but I could be convinced to find a regular time or two each week to stream. I'm strictly a limited player. I do not stream constructed. I don't play constructed. I only play limited. This is going to be hard to overcome. Hard to overcome. 2 bodies. That's a great, great, great rare. 4 mana for a 3/3 and a 2/2 with tons of upside. And we don't have a second red mana. We can't even Chaco Comet one of their creatures for 4 and then, you know, make a 2/2. So we're going to play that, and we're going to play this, and then we're going to say good game. But that's okay, because that'll give us some time to open another pool. We tried this out. It didn't work out so great. If you didn't see my previous stream, I'll just open up the deck for a minute so you can see what we built before. We had built this before without the red, and it looked something like this. Yeah, something like that. And then we had 2 limit breaks, and we had the white-black uncommon, and we had this, and then, you know, we had some planes, right? We don't need to put the planes in there. You get the idea. We had, like, what, 7 planes? And we were playing this, which is, it's the better deck with quality of cards and with, like, early creatures and stuff. Like, Vaynot is another win condition, and Rufus is annoying and a really good blocker. Paladin's Arms are also good blockers because they're hard to remove on curve. But the problem was that we have no early removal. Like, you want to get to Arden, and you want to play Arden. Arden is just a broken and half rare. It's like a A+ rare. A great card. Okay? Its only drawback is its casting cost, which, well, yeah, that's why it's amazing, right? But the problem is you can't survive long enough to get to this. That's what we experienced. Like, we won 1 game when we got on curve and the opponent stumbled a little bit. If your opponent stumbles a little bit, you're going to win because you just crushed them in the late game. But we just don't have any cheap removal going white-black. So red-black gives us our cheap removal, but our board presence is worse. And we have less win conditions before turn 8. White-black gives us better card quality and better win conditions, but we don't have the removal we need. And that's what sometimes happens in a seal pool. You just get an awkward pool, and you just have to kind of deal with it. So we've got time. This is what we're trying to do with the sealed content. This will be the third pool we're opening on stream, so we'll open another pool. We'll play as many games as we can in the time that's remaining. We'll try to build this relatively quickly and talk through it. Let's see, what do we care about in our 8 rares here? GF Kerberos is great for a spells deck. Planisphere also fits in a spells deck, like blue-red maybe. It likes the non-creature spells and drawing cards. Nibelheim of Flame is... that's kind of like the... what's the name of that red... that red semi-wrath that was in Duskmourn. It did the same thing. Choose a creature. Your creature basically lives. You get to pick which creature lives, and it deals damage equal to its power. And that's a non-creature spell, plays well in like a spells deck idea, so that's fine. Starting Town is sweet because early in the game it comes in untapped and plays for any color. Let's see. Xenos, its flip side, like, it flips into an 8/8 flyer, which is awesome, right? But its burning change ability is best for like Commander, where you beat everybody all at once. Chaco's good for birds, would play with Tifa a little bit. Masamune is fine if you've got good attacking creatures where they really don't want to block you. Yeah, let's see what we got. First thing I like to do after we look at the rares is I like to look at the uncommons and see what kind of good uncommons we have, and I usually start with gold cards. The 6/5 robot spider can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. That wears the first strike equipment well, but it goes against the blocking thing. Capital City is a mana filter that cycles. That's pretty decent. Gladiolus is a sweet uncommon. I've really grown on this card as we've played. Renoa 4/4 that creates a 1/1, and when it attacks, gives another creature +1 for each creature you control, so it wants to go wide. Giot likes to play with equipment. Ultimecia wants to play a long game with lots of stuff in your graveyard. We know what Sid does. Vayne gives poison counters. It's Finn, basically. Okay. Let's start to build. Vivi plus Show and Tell plus Omniscience. Shipwreck plus any extra turn. Loop. Oh, these are good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are good. Thank you for providing those combos for the other viewers. I appreciate that. Let's see here. All right. Can we build blue-red spells? We've got some incentive to do that. Let's look at all of our cards. We'll go like this to start with so we can see more cards. Let's see. 1/1 that has flying during my turn. That helps with equipment. Haste magic. Oh, 3 GF Ifrits. Okay, we absolutely have the tools for going blue-red spells, because these, we're going to be able to loot. We're going to be able to add mana, double the instants and sorceries, like playing a 3/2 that adds mana. This wants equipped creatures. Can we play blue-red with blue-red spells with a somewhat of an equipment theme? We only have 1 equipment in white anyway. We have the Planisphere, which is equipment. We have Sage's Newliths, which is an equipment in blue. We have the Octopus for non-creature spell. All right, we're building blue-red spells. I want to play games more than I want to spend time in the build. MTG made all the Final Fantasy nerds upset. That might be. All right, let's just start putting stuff in. Freya, Haste Magic. I'm happy to play all of the Ifrits for now. Nibelheim is a board wipe. Kerberos. Light of Judgment to destroy an equipment. I think that's people are playing a lot of equipment right now. I'm happy playing one of those right now. Choco Comet's great removal. I would love to splash Gladiolus. I don't know if we can. We can certainly splash a white card if we want. We've got both blue and red touching white lands. Let's throw those in for now. Green, white. That's not helpful. Not helpful at all. Shoot. Starting town, capital city. That's going to help us splash. That's going to help us play something. I wish we had a red-green land. I wish we had a blue-green land, but we do not. I'm going to put Masamune on there as an equipment. Monk's Fist for now. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, what am I doing? Barrett Wallace absolutely needs to be in. Okay, now blue cards. Let's look at our blue cards. Magic Damper, protect our creature. One of those is going to be good. Sleep Magic, taps a creature down. We can kill it just about whenever we want. Choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Oh, so steal their equipment. And then unattach it. I like that. Planisphere is sweet. Ice Magic is also sweet. It's good removal. New List creates a creature. Non-creature 1/3 +1/+1. It can't be blocked. We're at a lot of non-creature spells right now, but what do you want when you're playing a spells deck? You want to see lots of spells, right? So we're just going to put a bunch of cards in that we might play, and then we'll look at taking some stuff out. This is flash and tap something down permanently. This is create a creature with a non-creature spell. We love that, and it has flashback. Summon Shiva is a well, no, it doesn't count as a non-creature spell, unfortunately. It is a creature. That's the one bad thing, as the sagas are creatures now, as far as non-creature spells are concerned. We don't have enough artifacts to play Aerial Unit for super cheap. We got to be much more artifact heavy. We're probably not playing this. The Octopus is great. Do we have any spells where we can spend 8 mana? Ice Magic? Yes, Ice Magic will let us pay 8 mana, so we can make a huge Octopus. That's possible. I probably want to play at least 2 combat tutorials. Drawing cards is good. We're low on creatures, so the 2-drop that can block okay is probably in. Alright, let's see where we are. Let's look at this more closely from a deck perspective here, huh? Gladiolus, we just might not be splashing. Gladiolus is a good top end, but we have the board wipe with Nibelheim. I mean, it would be sweet to play Gladiolus and then play Nibelheim on the back end of it. But how many creatures do we really have? Right now we need to cut 2 cards as we are. We're not playing any white. Is there any white that's worthy playing? Slash of Light needs you to be wide. Ash looks for artifacts. Fate is removal, but I don't know if it's really worth splashing for that 1 removal spell. Draw a card when your creatures or artifacts die. I would rather have that in like white-black sack. Alright. Let's cut the lands that touch white because we're not going to need them. We have 3 sources to be able to cast Gladiolus. That's fine sitting at our top end. What do we not want to... What do we not want to play? Maybe one of the Ifrits. I mean, it's a 3/2 for 3. Maybe one of the Ifrits. And How many equipments do we have? We have 4 equipments. So Barrett is like repeatable removal. That's sweet. What are our equipments? Monk's Fist, Masamune. Let's see. Stolen Uniform, kind of, one time. Planisphere and Newlitz, right? Sagan wears equipment really well because it can become an unblockable problem. It's also a great target for Gladiolus, by the way. Play a land and you've got a 3/5 trample unblockable, maybe. Alright, what do we not want? Maybe Haste Magic. We're not like super aggressive here. I think I'm going to cut Haste Magic for now. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, Stolen Uniform to attach your own equipment at instant speed. Combat, yeah, Combat Tutorial. I love that card. I mean, that Combat Tutorial combined with like Sagan is awesome, right? Like, counters on my unblockable creature. Please use your removal spell on my 2-drop. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Stolen Uniform to attach your own equipment like surprise, especially after declaring attacks, is awesome. I of course love its utility if my opponent has a better equipment than I do. You know, I mean, it's in a spells deck. It's a sweet 1 mana instant. So, all right, this is what we're gonna go with. We've only got 27 minutes left of. Only got 27 minutes left of early access. Can we get at least 3 games in with this deck? We'll do what we can. See how many people want to play Sealed at the end here. Oh, Europeans, where are you? Your workday is over. Come play Sealed. Come play Sealed. There we go. Sweet. Oh, awesome. I get to play a fellow teacher. Get to play a fellow teacher. That's sweet. That is sweet. One of the hosts of Lords of Limited. See if I can find him. That's good. Let's send a quick message here. All right. What is Mr. Ben Werney planning for us here? White and more white. White Mage's Staff. Sweet. Life gain. Gain some life. We're not playing anything right now. In fact, for a little while, right? Combat Tutorial, you can draw 2 cards and not take the counter. We might do that if we have nothing better to play. Lots of job select. No, Monk's Fist is fine. And we can protect it. It's okay. Put something on board, right? Block one of their things and annoy them if they try to remove it. Dragoon's Lance is... Yeah. Yeah, create the 3/2 flyer. Attack with both. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I know we've got the protection spell, but I'm just going to eat their 1/1 and make myself a little bit bigger here. We'll go ahead and waste our spell. It's fine. Function is a removal spell. And then we'll make something bigger. Let's see. Surveil to get our better card, and then instant and sorcery. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. You think about playing Kerberos here, right? And then think about playing Kerberos here, and then like the next couple of turns, like retrieve the Esper, Combat Tutorial, doubling, tripling up, Light of Judgment even. Like, that's pretty sweet. right? Turn 5, we're going to have 5 mana. We can play Light of Judgment and double it. That is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Surveil, what do we got? Another mountain? Do we want that? I think we're going to ditch that. We don't need 6 mana per se. We can attack because he's got flying. I'm not going to care about the 2-1. Next turn we can Light of... Oh, that's awesome. If he doesn't remove Kerberos, next turn we can Light of Judgment, deal 6 to this creature and any other creature he plays and destroy both... Well, not necessarily destroy both equipments, because you have to destroy an equipment attached to that creature, right? Yeah, here comes removal. Where is the 4 mana white artifact that... Oh, okay! That's good. That's really good for us. Really good for us. Light of Judgment on both of these 2 creatures. Dion doesn't get to become Bahamut and keep coming back. And we destroy one of the equipments, which will be the one with flying, I think. And then next... Oh my gosh. We're not quite going to have enough mana next turn. Maybe I should have kept the mountain and tried to draw 2 lands to see if we could have tripled up both of these spells on turn 7. But this is going to feel really good. That feels really good. Attack with the team. Attack with the team. All right. Draw a card when things die. All right, my spells are tripled. How many 2 mana or 3 mana instants and sorceries do we have? We have just combat tutorial. Ice magic would be great here. We have stolen uniform. Yeah, I mean, we can play combat tutorial and draw our deck and make our dude like super huge. We could play Retrieve the Esper and create 3 3/3s. That's also pretty sweet. I think we need the creatures and fill the board more than we need to draw lots of cards. Because we just don't have that many things we can draw into with tutorial that we can also triple up on this turn. But I certainly like having 3 3/3s on the board. Especially because we can Nibelheim a flame later on if their board starts to get annoying. All right, Freya. Let's see, casting and equipment. What do we want to do here? We definitely don't want a board wipe yet. I think we might draw cards here and create a good blocker. And then maybe play new liths. Uh-huh. I think we might do that. Okay, we can't play Gladiolus yet. Stolen uniform. Can move something around if we want to. We could play shenanigans here with uniform and then play out Freya. Let's see what happens. Let's attack with the 4/4 and see what the response is. If they block with the 3/5, we can stolen uniform the Monk's Fist onto the 4/4 and kill it. I mean, they've got 2 white mana up. They could have like the +2/+2 trick. That's you're not alone. They have 3 creatures, which means it's a +4/+4 trick. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. Like, I'm okay stealing the uniform, putting the Monk's Fist on the 4/4 to potentially kill both creatures, and then if they use the trick, we still kill one creature, and I'd rather they waste their +4/+4 trick on this interaction than dealing it to my face. So they draw a card, but we kill two. We kill two creatures. That ends up pretty good for us. We only waste one of our 3/3s. Like, kind of, who cares? And yeah. That's a good creature to combat tutorial. Play Gladiolus and play Nibelheim of Flame and kill things at some point here. Okay. 6 mana. Retrieve the Esper gets us a 5/5. It's a token. They're playing blue. They're very likely to have ways to pick it up. But we're definitely not Nibelheim of Flame. We have board right now. So let's see. We can equip that for 2. We can play that. We can't quite play it and equip it. They can counterspell right now. I think I like playing something cheap and just equipping the flyer. They have reach. Gosh, that's so annoying. Yeah. Let's just equip. We could try to start setting ourselves up for playing Nibelheim of Flame on a later turn if we can pump a creature up to 6 toughness, like manufacturing it using equipment or something. Like right now we create the annoyance of being able to block with a 4/3 and a 2/1, of course. Yeah. See? I'm really glad we didn't retrieve the Esper when they've got Eject in hand. That would have felt really bad to spend all our mana and then have them pay 2 less mana and draw a card. Stealing their staff was technically slightly more mana efficient. Yep, that's true. Very true. Okay, that is a 5/7. That is a 5/7. Well, we obviously block with the token. I mean, we only have 7 power on board, unfortunately, and we need to protect that life total. You know what that is, folks? That's green mana. We likey. What we don't likey is that their creature is a 6/8. We would really like to draw an Ice Magic sometime very, very soon. Okay, what do we want to put on the board tapped? Something that already comes in tapped? Like Starting Town. Yes. Sure. We've got enough of our colors, so let's do Starting Town. And yeah, we might as well attack with Freya. I mean, Monk's Fist can he, or we could no. We can equip with Freya. Let's do that. Let's equip the Gladiolus with Freya. Chump Block. It's kind of a waste of putting that on, I know, but Chump Block with the new lifts. Oh, there goes our whole plan of that. Yeah, very good. Not looking good for us, folks. We got to remove that 7/9. We really need like Ice Magic or Sleep Magic right now to shut that down really badly. really badly. Ugh. Yeah, they're going to gain a lot of life. We need Ice Magic. Those are both clerics, by the way. There's Sleep Magic. That helps us out somewhat. Let's see. Sleep Magic can knock that down. That is a super annoying 7/7 lifelinker, but this dude is worse. Yeah. Just very bad. Very bad. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. And now we might as well use the mana. We need to create something big. And how about something bigger? That doesn't really help us. We're not going to use it. We want to keep Freya untapped because Freya could be a chump block if we need it, depending on what gets removed here. And they play their own Ice Magic. Awesome. That's great. That's the card we need. Thank you very much. We need them to pick up their stuff that has counters. Oh my. Exile target creature you control, then return it. And then there's an additional end step, so do it twice. Notice that's not you may. You must. You must do it. Yeah, we might have hung on to the Aflame too long. But the problem was that we never had a way to Aflame and remove the 3/5. That's my problem with that. Like, let's see. And we don't have enough, right? Because it's going to cost us way too much to equip. And I think we die. I think that we die. Yep. I think we're going to say good game and try to get in at least one other game, maybe two. That was pretty good. Sure, I had fun. I had fun playing someone that I know in the Magic world and that played a bunch of good rares with good synergy against me. Yeah. It's okay. The goal here is to learn the cards, to practice building some sealed pools, to see what's going to work and what won't, to improve card evaluation. Going into the pre-release this weekend. Anybody playing pre-releases? Yeah, after combat tutorial, yeah. I did ask you to be extra nit. Yeah, that's fine. It's good to have the conversation and to explore other lines. If we had a combat tutorial on the turn when we tripled up, we would have drawn 1,000,000 cards, drawn into potential lots and lots of answer, discarded what we don't need, had plenty of lands to be able to ramp up. That was probably the better play than playing the 3/3s. Of course, some of that's in retrospect and seeing like, oh, you're playing creatures that have 10 million toughness or are going to have 10 million toughness. This is an easy keep. Sleep Magic for early removal and tapping him down, and Nulis on turn 2 or Octopus on turn 2. Capital City, we don't need to play that early. It comes in untapped, so it's fine. You can just play stuff that lets us play our... Oh, skipping pre-release. Bunch of failing time for a baby shock. Yeah, congratulations. That's right. We have, let's see, 2 faculty members who are in the hospital right now. One just had their baby last night, and the other one is past her due date, our art teacher. Okay. I think I'd rather play this later when we have the potential to play other non-creature spells. We'll just play the job select creature right now. Get some equipment on board. We can, if we draw another island, then we can play Ultros and Sleep Magic something. We've got Nibelheim in hand and 2 mountains. We've got the 4 mana we need to be able to cast that and blow stuff up. Yeah, going right in the summer break. Also perfect timing for school administrators who need to replace their positions. That's much better than, you know, awkwardness in the middle of the year. We've got another one, second grade teacher, due in August. So, but 9-month lead time is great. Okay, let's see. That equips for 5, so if we Sleep Magic, we basically eliminate this creature and this equipment for a while. Sabatender, I kind of don't care about, but then we're only playing, you know, it's not very mana efficient. But we don't have another way to slow down this 3/3. Playing this 3-mana equipment doesn't help us. The first strike is only on attacks. We want to wait till we're aggressive with that. So I think we will just play out the mountain, and we're going to Sleep Magic this down. Because we would hope to... we don't want to cycle Capital City either right now, even though we could, because we want to ensure that we can play the Wrath. Problem is, we need a bigger creature to be able to Wrath. Something bigger. Red, green, black. Fascinating. Yeah, that's true. Masamune equips cheap. So I've been wanting to experiment with it a little bit because first strike and must be blocked like can function as some additional removal. We don't want to block this because we want to ensure we have a creature on board for Nibelheim. Annoyingly, Sleep Magic's destroyed by damage. So like we could Wrath on the next turn, then this wakes up. That does buy us time. We could Light of Judgment it later if we need to. We don't know what they have in hand, obviously. Ifrit? Play Ifrit? Yeah. I like holding up the Wrath right now, play Ifrit. Because I don't really like waking up the 3/3 right now. Especially if there's a chance that we can just dispose of it. What should we discard? We'll just discard the equipment. We're not the attacker here. And we draw into Choco Comet, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. We will just sit. Will you allow us to do 3 damage to your team? And will you play out all of your mana so that we have no removal spell? Blitzball, great. Bard's Bow, also great. Oh, this is the ideal situation for a Wrath. Discard a card. What don't we want? Octopus plays well with all of our remaining spells. Barrett Wallace is fine. I don't really want to discard anything. It's fine. We'll probably just discard the Octopus. I mean, I just like everything that we have here better. Light of Judgments, there's an argument for that, but Choco Comet's going to make a 2/2. I'm just going to get rid of the Octopus. It's fine. We play out another land. We attack with the 2/2 and see what they do, just to see if we get like a free attack in. And then we're going to wipe the board. Our Freet will live one more turn. That's cool. Good job. What combat trick do you think that I have? I could be representing all kinds of combat tricks. However, the answer is none. The answer is you die. My Freet lives for one more turn, but we now have enough mana to cast all of our cards. Light of Judgment if they play something big, or even if they play something small and equip it, it's fine. Chaco Comet if they play something small, it's fine. In pretty good position. Create a bird with flashback. Equip it. No? Fine. That's fine. You even gave me an additional mana. All right. How mana efficient can we be here? Putting a counter on this creature, it's going to die next turn. We have 6 mana available. We might draw into a 7th. But the order's awkward. We want to be able to... We want to just be able to comet this. But maybe we try to get the 7th mana this way. Let's... I know we're going to put a counter on a completely worthless thing, but let's put in a counter on something. And then we do draw into the land, which is sweet. We play the mountain. Now we can comet. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Make a 2/2 attack. The counter's not efficient, but it does 1 more damage. Wiping main 1 pushes 3 damage, you're right. The reason I didn't save the comet there is because I have Light of Judgments for something bigger. Like, I kind of want them to play something and equip it or play something big. Let's see. What are we going to do now? Don't need to use this yet. Play Barrett. We have Nibelheim flashing back, which is sweet. Play that and use our mana. We might as well play our tap land. Sure. Equip it, why not? We've got the mana to do so. Got some options. They're just giving themselves menace. It's fine. This is going to be our last game because Q is going to close in 1 minute. So this game's going to last, but... Yeah, the other thing about Comet is it has the potential to do what it did, is that it draws out their removal spell. If they only have one. Oh, this is beautiful for us now. Wipe the board. Wipe the board. We lose Light of Judgment that way, but, you know, drawing 4 cards, would you rather have Light of Judgment or 4 cards? Pretty easy decision here. Go away, refill the hand, sweet, die, attack, untap it, deal damage, love it. 2-turn clock, folks. 2-turn clock. Summon Fenrir. Go get a land. Have it. Go get a land. All right. Can probably play out our hand. I think we want to, I want to make the flyer first and put the counter on the flyer and draw cards. We still leave ourselves a lot of mana that way too. Let's see what we get pre-combat if we even removing their blocker. Magic Damper, that's a card. 5 mana, retrieve the Esper, hold up Damper. Probably should have played Retrieve the Esper first. Deal an additional damage. That was a mistake. Retrieve the Esper, hold up Damper. Very good situation. Yeah, Bo's equip is 6, Katana's equip is 5. I don't know if they have any of the, you know, cheap equip crap cards. I'm not well versed enough in the format, and that I mean there are, I know there are cards that make things cheap to equip or free to equip or whatever. Let's see. Target creature you control. That's unfortunate. Can't protect the equipment from dying. That's too bad. Thankfully, that only gives your creature quasi-vigilance. Barrett Wallace has the ability of dealing damage equal to the number of creatures, which we can literally attack and win next turn, right? Here's the line. We got it. We play a creature. Barrett Wallace attacks, and we win. Boom. Wait a minute. Oh, equip creatures. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. We still win though, because we magic damper Freya Crescent, and we deal 3. I misread that card. I'm glad to do it now. Glad to do it now. But we get to end early access on a win. That's nice. And we got to play several different kinds of decks. So we got to play this deck that was kind of like, you know, blue-red spells. I think that's going to be fun to play. I'll enjoy that. And we got to play a black bomb that we never actually got to play. Got to play some red-white in our first run. Got to see a lot of different cards, both for and against. So thanks for tuning in. If you have particular days or times where you would like to watch stream, I'm going to continue to focus on sealed for a while. I'll do some draft also against Strictly Limited, but I would like to provide more sealed content for, I think there's not enough of it right now available. It's what I would like to see more of, to be able to prepare it for sealed things. So I won't be able to stream that obviously with Final Fantasy, although maybe I might try to find a time where I can maybe stream for an hour before Friday's pre-releases and just do some sample builds with like sealed generators, sealed pool generators. We'll see what we can do about that. But thanks very much for everybody that tuned in on my first time streaming ever. I expect exactly 0 viewers, so if that number even becomes anything greater than 1, I am thrilled and very happy about it. So I'll post these runs up on YouTube if you want to look at them later, or if you missed one of my earlier runs. But thanks very much. If you're playing pre-release, have a great time. Those of you having babies and baby showers, enjoy. Enjoy the smiles and the giggles and the laughter. Thanks very much. Till next time.